Stephen Gall, Australian motocross legend and icon. Stephen was the dominant rider in Australian motocross through the 70s and early 80s, winning the prestigious Mr. Motocross title 4 times. After retiring from professional racing, Steve remained in the sport as a coach and mentor. He was a stunt rider in the Mad Max movie and running his successful knee brace business. Today, he's an active mountain biker, motocross rider and adventure rider. Come along for a day ride, meet Stephen.
Well, we're going out on a really good adventure ride. Mel Dalton's going to take me out and show me some west side of Boonah and southwest actually, down towards Tenterfield. So I'm looking forward to a great ride. I'm riding today a Yamaha World Raid, a 700 World Raid, the newer model of the Tenere series. This has got a bit more suspension to it, it's got more fuel capacity, there's a lot of little ergo things that have changed on the bike, but it's basically the same as the first Tenere 700, and I love these bikes, they're really, really good. This is the 50th year of being with Yamaha. Since 74 I started, and I was riding Yamahas back then, factory team in 75, motocross, for all of those 15 years. And then I went and taught motocross schools around the country, and dirt track schools, some desert schools with various guys. So I've had an illustrious career with Yamaha. It's been really, really good, and I have to thank them very much. Now I'm an ambassador. I do adventure rides with Greg Yeager's Ride ADV rides all around the country, and Greg does some great rides, very safe, very well organised and planned, and good fun. So I'm still involved. Yamaha support me with bike. It's really nice of them to look after me. I do a little bit of coaching with the Tenere Tragics over the years. I always taught at the Tenere Tragic events, but Greg Yeager sometimes gets me to help with a few of the events, and I do some coaching there, but I'm not all over that these days. I'm out for enjoyment, and if someone wants some coaching, I'll help out. But I've got a mate called Mal Dalton, you know him really well, and he does a lot of adventure riding coaching, and I'd refer most people to Mal. Yeah, the Old Man Speed channel is pretty interesting actually, so we'll do some tuition soon. How nice is this up here? Wow, beautiful. I've actually done this road before, but the other direction was one of Greg Yeager's Ride ADV rides, and just lovely country. It's so green at the moment too, it's beautiful. The Wall Raid that I'm on today is going really good. I've ridden the Wall Raid a few times now, an adventure ride at the end of last year in the Victorian High Country, but I've ridden a lot of the 600 Tenere Yamahas, the 1200 Tenere Yamahas, and it steered and did everything so much better than the old models. Like, it really made a big difference. And this Wall Raid is just a little bit nicer again. Not so much in the steering, but there's definitely more fuel capacity. The suspension's got more travel and is better. The ergos aren't quite as comfortable when you stand up because the tank's a little bit wider, but you can accommodate that. That's not really much of a problem. But just for ease of riding, back then I was 3,000 RPM. I'm in 6th gear going around some of those corners. It's just so flexible, the motor. It really is. And it doesn't vibrate down low. It pulls from 3,000 to red line, and from, 65 kilometres an hour will pull out of a corner right up to whatever. So just a nice bike. I don't use the rear brake at all. I'm always a front braker, but those front brakes are super nice and smooth. And today's bike I've also got standard Pirelli tyres. And I'm surprised how well they work, because usually when I do the Ride ADV Yamaha supported rides, there was always a sort of knobby on the bike, and I got more used to the knobby. So today I've been pretty careful, not getting into the corner too hot, thinking that I've got a knobby on the front. But I'm very surprised about the Pirelli tyres. It's more a street-oriented tyre, not an off-road tyre, and it's bloody good. It really works. So overall, very happy. Today's ride's been a variation of terrain between some road, some highway, where we're doing 100 down to 60, 50, 40 at some of the two-wheel track, like the off-road tracks that we're doing. Some really nice variety of trails. I'm getting 3.9 kilometres per 100 at the moment on the dashboard. Well, today the temperature, we started at 28 degrees and I think at a high of 32 at some stage. We're down to 21 at one stage out near Stanthorpe and Tenterfield. So I've got some Tech 7 motocross boots on at the moment. I either wear Tech 7 motocross, maybe Tech 7 waterproof shoes if I know there's going to be some severe creek crossings, or Tech 10s, which in Tech 10s, let's face it, are the strongest boots available as far as ankle support. So I just decide on the type of ride I'm doing. The pants today I'm using are a sort of a motocross looking nylon pants, but it's got air vents. It's meant for off-road riding or adventure riding, with air vents to allow it to be a little bit cooler, instead of like the regular Gore-Tex Alpinestars gear that I wear if I'm going to be facing some rain. But underneath the top here, I've got what's the new Tech Air Off-Road. And the Tech Air is where the airbags, this has got 2 canisters. You can set it up between road, enduro or rally. So enduro is getting off on the bike, opening gates, logs, rocky hills, things like that. Where rally is more like Fink Desert Race, Dakar Rally type stuff, where you're faster, on the gas a little bit more. And then street, of course, is street. There's not much explanation needed there. So instead of wearing a heavy jacket over the top, I've got a variety of Alpinestar jackets, but the Halo has been what I've been wearing lately because it's the most vented jacket possible. But today, with the temperature that was, I just thought I'd throw a jersey over the top of it, and it's really nice. It's been excellent temperature wise, between 20 and 32 degrees. It's been handling that no problem. My M8 Supertech Alpine Star helmet's really comfy. It vents really, really well, that helmet, and I find that to be super comfortable, although some people might need some earplugs because it is vented so well. You get a lot of ambient air noise rushing through the helmet. But on the Tanner, I can tuck in behind the screen on the road and sort of get away from that noise a little bit. Gloves, Alpine Star gloves. Of course, these have got the knuckle protectors in the back of them, just a little bit more severe for adventure use, but it's got a nice surface. I can use the phone and navigate on the phone with the glove as well. I'm just under 500 kilometres so far, and I've got another 60 ride or so to get home to the Gold Coast. So it's been an awesome day. A number of different roads that I've been on, some of them initially, but then we went down right through nearly to Tenterfield, to Drake, and then back through Urbanville and Woodinbong, and it's just a great loop and some really scenic riding along the way. The Yamaha World Raid that I'm riding here is just a really nice bike. I'm getting more and more used to it. Like I said earlier, the Pirelli tyres actually surprised me how good they are, and they're really more a street version of an adventure tyre. But it's the economy of the bike, the smoothness of the bike, the front braking, because I very rarely use the back braking. I'm really happy with the bike. Probably for long hauls, I think I'd probably rather, the only thing is the seat is a little bit harsh. I'd like to get a softer seat on it, which is a minor thing, but basically a really good thing.